right, everyone. Welcome to the top 8 for Tournament 20. This is the first official Gods of Gravity tournament since the game has launched onto the Quest Store, so there's a lot of new faces around, and it's exciting to see. But that being said, we've got two very old faces here, where we've got TooSexy going against DragonvsCATS here. Both great longtime players, and this should be a great match. Steve, do you want to just look at what this map has in store?
Nope, I would have, but I think somebody started already.
All right. Well,
so we were getting in early.
Yeah, we've got TooSexy there on the blue team, playing as the God of Teleportation, showing off that new Nebula orb trail as well. But they're going in, rushing this point defense, going in with these ships, trying to micromanage, avoid those missiles to really take this without losing ships. And it looks like DragonvsCATS is also going for that point defense. Oh, that actually was just taking moons first, and now is grouping their ships up and is about to go in on this. Looks like micromanaging as well. But TooSexy, a little quicker out the gate here, is already making rounds on these other moons, had their power expand from that point defense, and they're able to reach some more moons. I expect them to take this side 9 planets soon, which is just out of frame here, to extend their power. As always, I am right.
Nice. Both chose teleportation too, so we've got a mirror match of God of Teleportation, which should be fun. Both are fast players, and both are experienced players, so this should be a really exciting match in round 4 here.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see, both players haven't really clashed yet. Both been fighting for those neutral planets in their territory, as is traditional in the early game here. We're starting to see some minor clashes over the moons, and I'm curious to see which of these neutral planets are taken next. There's some definitely powerful offensive options with these torpedo planets around the side and this heavy laser planet, but these planets are also accessible by both players, so it's a lot riskier to try to capture them, as if you do so, you leave yourself open for a counterattack. And
we know DragonvsCATS loves heavy lasers, so we'll see if they are willing to risk that neutral shield to take it.
Yeah, TooSexy has slightly more troops, while DragonvsCATS has slightly more territory. We'll see if TooSexy leverages this to take one of these planets here. Oh, sniper planets on the side here. TooSexy going in on, I think he knows that Dragon doesn't actually have power out here, as DragonvsCATS would need to capture that production planet in order to get there. And DragonvsCATS is going to mirror TooSexy there and take that sniper planet. Steve, do you want to talk a little bit about snipers, what they are and how they might be powerful here?
Yeah, snipers are a great ship because you can set them up around the perimeter and you can really use them to defensively or offensively, however you want to use them. But you can throw them around the perimeter, set you up, because anytime they're in range of another battle that's going on with your troops, they will fire and protect your troops. So you'll get a good range and you'll get good protection. So you can set them up.
Let's see this big fight over this torpedo planet. I expect it to go in here. Both players really fighting, trying to gain a hold of this planet here. Looks like free recalls used and
nice.
Use is countered there. Both players even here, though. TooSexy coming out on top with that torpedo planet takeover.
What I love about this match so far is that they've both mirrored each other, and they've both kind of been smart about their fleet capacity and when they're going to take risks. So neither player playing too recklessly, both doing a very good job of playing conservatively and mirroring each other's play.
Yeah. It's dead even here as these players fight for control of this planet. It'll just take, they're actively battling here, so it could swing one way. Looks like they're going to back off, though. TooSexy invading, though. Cutting into red territory. Sniping out that point defense planet. You're going to have some power issues, though. Recovering, trying to grab troops, needs to leave. DragonvsCATS took that torpedo planet and cut off their power. But now there's that weak point defense. And TooSexy coming back to defend at the last second. Once TooSexy gets power here, they'll be able to take over that planet, strategically leaving a lot of ships behind so that they could not have their power cut off there. Now they're going to advance. Watching DragonvsCATS. DragonvsCATS going to cut off power again. Though maybe
he's just left a little too early. 1 second too early he left.
Oh, it's 0 at the back of that torpedo planet.
There we go. Now if they pay attention,
but
it's still too late.
Arrived at that point defense, so it's not going to matter. Wow. Red snipers letting loose on these blue ships. We're first asteroids appeared at the 4-minute and 30-second mark, so players are going to be quick to mine this. DragonvsCATS does not have power deep in blue territory, so that other asteroid I think might go to TooSexy unless DragonvsCATS can go on the offensive here and gain more power. DragonvsCATS would have to hold this torpedo planet and then capture that point defense. I don't think it's going to happen here, and I think both asteroids might, well, that DragonvsCATS doesn't have the option to take both asteroids. But I don't, they're so even that I don't think TooSexy is going to be able to extend and take that red asteroid. DragonvsCATS going to have to run here though. Doesn't have power.
Looks like
First
each player took one.
by blue. Yep, both players get the asteroid and those powerful battleships and other elite ships inside them.
Still dead even.
Blue on the offensive. Both
Nice.
abilities used again here. Clashing. DragonvsCATS suffering a lot of losses here. Needs to run away. TooSexy capturing some moons.
Dragon living up to his name though. Going after those moons.
Yep, the moon gobbler himself.
He's got to watch power though.
Yeah, man.
TooSexy is
Barely
very,
holding on.
yeah, managing that power very well.
Yeah, Dragon doesn't have power there. Can't attack that torpedo. TooSexy now able to stack up all of their ships there on that point defense.
Snipers coming in, helping a little bit.
Yeah, this map's really, you know, as the map rotates here, we're seeing the power dynamics change slightly as now, you know, now they're only able to fight over this point defense. Red on the back foot here, losing a lot of planets here as blue comes in deeper into the territory. DragonvsCATS trying to go the other side of the map.
Be smart if they could cut off power in time.
There.
Oh, no. Not enough time.
That's not going to be quite enough. Blue team going farther into the lead here. Blue going for the home base. We'll see it. Oh, power cut off here. Oh, not quite. The blue definitely can't go in for the home here.
Dragon went around, swept that power out. We'll see if two can come back in.
Dragon's going for the other planets in the background there, but needs to be careful at the home front though.
That's smart play right there.
Planet switching control. Double switching control might be able to cut off power for both. TooSexy forced to run away there. Dragon came with a clutch recovery there, cutting off TooSexy's power throughout most of the map, and we see red power now expands. Hopefully going to be able to secure that asteroid. Can't afford to lose it to TooSexy here.
TooSexy still managed to keep fleet capacity above Dragon somehow. I don't even know how, but that's amazing so far.
Yeah, Dragon's very much on the back foot here. Needs to strategically cut off power and buy more time to increase production. Basically just trying to ward off blue from being able to actually seal the deal.
Now, this
Looks
is
like though
interesting.
there was a disconnect here. Hopefully TooSexy is able to come back very shortly here. Not sure what the issue was. But of course, I mean, everyone's on their own internet, so everything's fair. It looks like.
TooSexy has time though. You can get back in and recover.
Yeah.
Don't lose it.
I don't know why Isaiah King's here scrambling around. I think probably trying to make a plea for Dragon to wait. You know, sometimes if disconnects happen, there's good sportsmanship, though. Not sure what exactly is going on here. I'm just messaging our players to make sure. I mean, we won't allow Isaiah King to play for TooSexy here. Yeah, we don't really. This hasn't happened before, so I'm not sure what the protocol is here. But if TooSexy doesn't come back, then we will have to disqualify them. But I think they just told me they're coming back. hopefully this happens shortly. Isaiah King, I guess in the meantime,
I don't know.
this is not allowed.
Yeah.
But so if anyone can tell Isaiah King to not do this.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we've never had to discuss this protocol before, but I feel like if somebody disconnects...
TooSexy's here back. Isaiah King needs to leave. I mean...
At this point, what do we do here? Yeah, this isn't an
I think we
interesting
can
one.
run this. I mean, it's about an even match. I think it's fine.
Steve, you might want to refresh your UI. I think it doesn't refresh itself.
I think they might still be there. Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's
Or
just...
use C instead of U.
Okay.
there we go. Sorry for the technical difficulties here. We're getting used to our new setup here. But it looks like TooSexy now on the back foot with Dragon here. Gonna use that fleet recall, but getting pummeled by Dragon's massive armies, and that's gonna spell disaster. TooSexy really, like, too anxious to use that ability into a superior sized army there, and it just did not work out for them. You never want to use your ability there when it's, you know, when you're staring down a larger enemy force, unless you're really certain you'll have an advantage.
I feel bad for TooSexy though. That was an excellent match, and I don't know which way it could have gone. So hopefully they keep their chin up and get ready for the next one, because that was an excellent job, and disconnects are unfortunate.
Yeah. And we'll be right back with the next top 8 match. All right. Welcome back, everyone. We've got our next top 8 match here, where we've got Mandito going against Speedy Ape here. Both, I think, longtime players. Speedy Ape's definitely been around and a tournament player for a long time. Hopefully they should
I love Mandito's
get their
ground.
things sorted out. In regards to last match, we are not going to do a rematch. Our general, we might make it in the future. So if a player leaves, there is an official, the game will actually pause. Right now, though, it's not an official rule. It is good sportsmanship to stop playing if your opponent has a disconnect. But there is no rule that says you have to stop playing. And it is unfortunate whenever a Wi-Fi issue happens or whatever issue. But it is everyone's job as a player to make sure if they have they try to prevent disconnections, and if they occur, you should come back as quick as you can. Anywho, onto this match though. We've got Speedy Ape here representing the god of stealth, going against Mandito here representing the god of teleportation on the blue team. The strategy we've seen so far on this map tends to be, get some moons and then rush that point defense planet. Start building up your defenses early on. Steve, do you want to talk a little bit about why point defense are such an essential ship in this game?
Yeah, as point defense can shoot down missiles, and it's very, very important. As being one of the major defensive ships, it's often overlooked, but it really is essential to your fleet makeup. And you'll see a lot of the pro players make point defense a major part of their early game strategy. And just for that, as they need that defense against torpedoes or missile ships or whatever else that will shoot missile turrets, anything that will shoot a missile, the point defense will shoot it down. Yeah,
mainly once you start getting point defense, you can start taking planets without suffering nearly as many losses. I mean, it's possible to do with good micromanaging early game, but once you get point defense, is essential for larger armies to really survive against missiles, as it becomes unrealistic to micromanage. I'd say more than about 10 or 15 ships at once.
Yeah.
And let's see
what Mandito's doing. Oh, early sniper. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like they've taken all of their point defense production planets, that side planet. So Mandito's done a very good job expanding their territory early here.
I like the strategy.
Speedy Ape has gone a little bit for moons more instead of taking some of these planets, which we'll see if that production boost pays off. A key moment that we're looking for here, though, is the first fight over one of these main neutral planets.
And
it looks like Speedy Ape coming in behind with ships trying to chew through Blue's army here. Blue backing off, you want to be very, very careful attacking these torpedo planets as both you and your opponent have power at them. So expect any attack to be followed quickly by an enemy counterattack coming in from behind you. You'll be taking shots from both the torpedo, and now even if, as you saw, Blue was able to take the planet but not hold it, right? They did not have that ship advantage, and this puts Blue in a very awkward situation. Now they just effectively lost some ships just to give Red that planet. So you have to be very, very careful here.
It also is a highlight too, is you always need to be aware of what your player is doing or your opponent's doing. You can't turn your back on them for a second because they may sneak up behind you and position ships in a way that will destroy yours. So always be aware, and that's a lot to do. Maintaining your attacks, maintaining where the opponent is, maintaining your ability. It's a lot to think about when you're playing, but it's something to definitely get prepared for if you're going to compete in a tournament.
Yep, Speedy Ape using that ability to then become invisible and give their fleet a
interesting
buff.
choice.
And they're going to use it to attack the sun. And honestly, this is a smart play because they had the size advantage and they knew that they could take out that sun. And Blue here really can't do anything, though they can try to use their ability here to try to win this fight or stack the odds against them. And it looks like they did a pretty good job beating back some of Red's ships here. I think they were able to kill more ships than they lost, but it's going to be a close fight here. This battle for the sun will certainly determine who's gonna win the game here.
It's gonna go Speedy's way just by a hair.
Man,
wow, that's close.
I actually think, there was a huge production boost that Speedy's gonna get here,
this may have
but they
been
won't
worth it,
immediately be able to take out the Blue home base here.
Oh, get off the sun.
Looks like a couple ships were lost there.
Let's see what Speedy Ape decides to do here.
Yeah, I expect just to go on a sort of territory expanding rampage. If I'm Mandito here, I am trying to cut off power at any of these planets I can that are undefended, and also trying to keep any of my ships away from that main army there. But it looks like Mandito's attacking that planet, but it just got its power cut off. Speedy Ape, of course, has that sun buff, so has power everywhere and can freely invade Blue's territory, not having to worry about power. Yeah, when somebody has the sun buff, you never want to fight their fleet head on. You'll just lose ships. So you want to try to, I say cut off their power when they don't have power. Basically, you just try to steal what planets you can and pray that they didn't have so many more ships that they can go for your home base.
Yeah, I think on this one, if I was Mandito, I'd have focused on the other side of the map, took some of the other neutral planets, short up my defenses on that side, and let Speedy Ape kind of go crazy because they lost so many ships with that buff. I just don't think it was worth it there.
Yeah, and Speedy Ape here coming in with this massive fleet size advantage. No buff needed to take out the Blue home base. And it looks like Mandito has only a couple ships, not going to be able to take back their home base. And Speedy Ape is going to emerge victorious in this round.
Mandito not giving up though. Never say never.
Yeah, it's not over until that timer ticks down to 0, but yeah, Speedy Ape definitely showing why they are such a good competitive player. Speedy Ape also one of the players to take advantage of the sun. We don't see that as much these days, but Speedy Ape definitely has been a fan of those early sun rushes and trying to take out their opponent as quickly as possible. All right, well, we'll be right back with the next top 8 match. All right, welcome back, everyone. We're here with our next match where we've got Game On, a new face on the blue team, going against longtime competitive player Black Lemur here. So I think both players have picked their gods and should be ready to go. This match should get underway very soon. Could just ping that, see if the players are ready to go. All right, it looks like they are. All right, let's break down the gods. So looks like we've got Game On here as the god of production on the blue team, going against Black Lemur playing as the god of conquest. These are two gods we haven't seen yet in the tournament. Steve, do you just want to give a quick overview of god of production?
Yeah, God of Production, it's an interesting choice. It's one that people will often say is a learner god, and that's not wrong. But I like the God of Production. You know, you get the reinforcements, which will add reinforcements to your troop. I think what the latest change is 5 now. And
well, there's a rework coming in the next major update in the game. But currently, it gives 10 ships of whatever your fleet produces. 15. So in this case,
15. Jeez.
It is 15.
So we've made as you can tell, we've done a couple balance changes with the God of Production to make it actually a god that people want to play. And yeah, so 15 now, and the ship capacity, there was a reduction of 10 fleet capacity because they were so fast in their production speed, but now that's down to -5. So God of Production is still a really good viable choice for tournaments and for players, and it's something fun that I think is pretty cool.
The main draw is you get a lot of ships.
Yeah, as
and
you can tell,
to use those effectively. As red team here, as God of Conquest, we're already seeing a bit of their ability. Their passive is if you take over moons, you get a small little power projected from them, which is very helpful in securing power. You know, we see all the time in these top level games that power gets cut off, and that's a big issue, right? But if you're God of Conquest, you have much more power, both range and just sort of strength of your territory, because your opponent would need to cut off each moon to really deny you power. They also have a powerful EMP ability, which can, if used correctly, turn the tides of a battle here.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see how Black Lemur uses it. Do they use it to take down, you know, the heavy lasers? Do they use it to attack? What are they going to do here? Because they're an experienced player. Black Lemur has won plenty of tournaments, so they know how to use every god and know when to use it.
And it looks like Black Lemur, though, going to attack that torpedo planet, but not going to be able to hold it against the superior size of that production army coming in there. Going to swipe that planet from Black Lemur here. Black Lemur might not tolerate that level of disrespect, and it's going to go back in and try to retake that planet. It is, of course, undefended until now. Game On did a good job of making sure they saw where Black Lemur was and was able to effectively counter that. And it looks like they might bait an attack here or just try to take over that planet.
Game On doing a great job, yeah.
Yeah. Looks like there's going to be a... Oh! Game On is on top of their game and is going to chase Black Lemur through those wormholes, maintaining a ship advantage here.
On Black Lemur, on the back
foot, getting even more ships here, butting up against fleet capacity. Gonna have to, you know, you could honestly go for the sun here and just close out the game that way, but maybe that's too risky for Game On here. And but they should definitely attack some planets. Of course, as you do so, you're gonna have to leave yourself open to have your planets stolen. Black Lemur doing a good job of taking away any planets that were weak by Game On here. God of Conquest also very good at just swiping planets, because, you know, they have such a good power network throughout the map that you really can't deny them power, so they can really come in at any moment and steal weak bases from you.
What do you think here, Jack? Do you push your advantage, take in, and go for the home base if you're Game On, or do you kind of just battle it out?
I think Game On should definitely, you know, give up this planet and just push deeper into the territory. I honestly think the sun would be a good idea. Black Lemur here needs to not fight this army. You're gonna, you know, whenever you're fighting a larger army, you're gonna lose significantly more than they are, just due to the way defenses and attacking works. And it looks like Game On's gonna do that here. Black Lemur has no way to cut off power here, so really they have to just try to hit some of these ships while, you know, I was gonna say hit them while they're fighting, but now you know, Blue's wiped out those so fast that you know, maybe Black Lemur can come in here and start picking off some of these ships that are left behind.
I'm surprised they haven't used the EMP. Like, it might be a nice choice EMP here.
I would try to get pop off the EMP kind of stealthily here. I mean, your opponent can dodge if you're not careful. That's one of the downsides of it. But I mean, maybe they just don't really even realize they have the ability up there.
Buff, they got to get out of there fast. This will...
Yeah, now Blue team, I expect to just go on a complete rampage here, taking over as many bases as they can while this buff lasts. Honestly, just go for the home here. You get...
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
You're going to have to watch that EMP.
Power everywhere.
Yeah, you're going to have to watch that EMP for sure, but I think you take the home base. Like, if I'm Black Lemur, I'd fire a downtown shot from 3 right here.
Yeah. No, I'd say you want to just pop off that. I'm curious if Black Lemur knows they have their ability, strategically holding it, or just maybe there's so much going on that they're a little bit lost right now.
This is interesting.
Yeah, Black Lemur down to very few ships here. Not going to be able to retake the home, even with EMP. I mean, you'll still just get shredded by the 57 other ships that are going to take you out. And it looks like Game On is going to defeat one of our longtime players, Black Lemur, and move on to the semifinals.
Nice match by both players.
Yeah, a Game On really, using an underrepresented god of production, which I think is stronger than people give it credit, and just sweeping the floor.
I agree. I totally agree. It's my third favorite god to use, or one of my top 3 favorite gods to use, I should say. But anyway, let's go to the next match.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We're just here in the pregame lobby for our final quarterfinals match here, where we've got Eggester going against Frost. This is a rivalry as old as time. These players always come against each other in the top rounds of tournaments, whether it's the finals or in this case the quarterfinals. Always an exciting match to watch, though definitely very intense. We're just waiting for Frost to head in here. But it looks like they've appeared, and we'll allow our players here to set it up.
It's also a good reminder, just anybody listening, if you're going to be playing the tournaments, make sure you're charging your headset early. You continue to charge it, and you've got everything set up 100% before you start the tournament, because you don't want something to happen where your headset dies. Just it's not fun, for sure.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Steve, while these players are choosing their teams and getting things sorted, do you just want to pan over this map and let's check it out? So, I mean, we've been watching some matches on it, but, this is kind of like advanced, except we've got sniper planets orbiting around the edge of the map. And there is also a shielded heavy laser planet, which is orbiting the center. Some moons around that, though, we haven't seen that shielded heavy laser planet being taken, I suspect, just because it's so... You're going to get countered if you take in. It's really rough to try to break through that planetary shield here. But I think these players should be ready here. Everyone's gotten on team that they want, and let's. Usually these players start it, so we've started this match before and they've gone back to the selector, but yeah,
we have to be so careful with these two.
They're very temperamental players. Sometimes it takes 10 minutes for them to decide who's blue and who's red. And I think they might be
ready yet.
Okay, hold on. Not ready yet. Oh my God, these guys. We told them more than 45 minutes ago to get ready.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what possible things are to be decided here. Something about his headset? I don't know.
All right, maybe these two. They're both moderators. You think they'd be able to get along a little better. Sort this out earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, neither. Oh,
there
okay.
we go.
All right. Welcome to the final quarterfinals match, where we've got Frost here on the red team, playing as the God of Defense, a new pick for this tournament. God of Defense is gives you more defenses, but as is in the name, you produce turrets faster, and you also can activate your powerful shields ability to buff all your turrets and give planetary shields to all your planets. But something that you might not realize is that it is not only for defensive players, right? Since you have the options of having your planets defended more, it allows you to play more aggressive and really go on the offensive. And it looks like both players were able to take their first two planets here. Eggester a little faster out the gate than Frost here. Eggester playing God of Teleportation, which we've seen numerous times here. And it looks like both players, though, now are even here. We're still in the early game, so we'll just see these neutral planets being taken over as players expand their territory. and take out whatever planets they can without having to worry about the enemy coming in from behind them and trying to obliterate their army. And it looks like the first clashes are coming in here as both players are popping off some shots at each other. Eggester gonna run away as they don't have power there. I'm curious to see if there's any sniper takeovers here, and it looks like Frost is going in against this sniper planet. Going to try to keep their shields up and mitigate any losses here. Looks like they're going to do so successfully, keeping their fleet size while also expanding their territory here. We see that experienced players are able to, when they're not under pressure from another player, able to take neutral planets without only a couple, suffering either 0 or only a few losses.
One thing we've seen with the shielded planets in tournament matches is people rarely go for them. So it's a big risk. Even they'll take the sun before they'll take a shielded planet, so.
Yeah, I think it's just because, you know, what I was saying about countering is if you just have a ship, if you have a planet that has a shield, it takes so long to take over that surely your enemy will come from behind you and disrupt your attack.
Also, I don't know if you're aware, but players are showing off their orb trails. They look pretty fantastic. You can see a little OGs there behind Frost.
I think Frost is using the light beam trailer. They both are. I'm not sure though.
I thought it was the O's and G's. Maybe I was wrong. But either way, check out the new orb trails if you haven't. They come in bundles, or you can get them with Stardust, which you can earn through completing challenges. So check it out. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think these players both just trying to sort of fight each other to gain a ship advantage. Eggester sort of seems to naturally build up their advantage over time, gonna fire off a ton of shots at Frost here, absolutely destroying their army. I saw so many missiles fire at the same time. Now, Eggester making use of this fleet size advantage to try to take over some of these neutral planets which were being fought over for so long. Eggester chasing down Frost through these wormholes here.
That was a really interesting choice. I think if I was Frost, I would have immediately countered with my ability and pulled my ships back. I think it might be a little too late right now.
Yeah, I think the sort of defense versus teleportation is a match as old as time between these gods, where, you know, teleportation really has that pretty offensive ability with the fleet recall, which can be countered by the very defensive shields up ability. But we always consistently see our top players pushing these gods to their limits, using them in ways that we are, excited to see, like, using God of Teleportation on defense, or using, God of Defense on offense. It's so crazy kind of mix-ups here. Frost unable to take that planet over. It was only 0 though, so Frost should be able to come in and snatch that up easily. Frost may be going to take over this 5 turret planet. They're going to come in really quickly. They see that. Can they take it before Eggester comes in? No, they cannot. Eggester here with that fleet size advantage on the offense. Asteroids coming out. One in the background here, one in the foreground. Hopefully Frost doesn't let Eggester take them both. Looks like Eggester opting to increase their fleet size further by, well, not taking the shield planet, though, coming in and swiping that at the last second. This planet's also centered at the middle of the map, so it'll give them good power almost everywhere. Frost here very much on the back foot, having to try to take this point defense before Eggester can come in, but the defense happens here. Frost needs to cut off this power because they do not want these asteroids to go both the way of blue. Really can't afford to lose both of these. But it looks like it's going to happen as blue gets both of them. Surely Eggester will be able to leverage this extreme advantage into a win here, using that fleet recall ability. Frost could have popped their ability to try to counter and buy some more time. But it looks like it's not going to be enough here. Staring down such a large blue army right in the middle of the red home base, and red team doesn't have the ships to defend it. And Eggester, I think, spelling out something. I
think he's saying good game. GG's.
Yeah, that's of course what Eggster's saying here. But congratulations, Eggster will be moving on to the semifinals. Good game to watch as always. Both players played well. All right, and we'll be right back with the next match. Welcome back, everyone. We've got our first semifinals match starting here, where we've got Speedy Ape on the blue team going against DragonvsCATS on the red team here. DragonvsCATS pushing, taking in these moons, showing off that fancy orb trail. And Speedy Ape here, representing God of Stealth again. Seems to be their choice in these matches. Remember last match they used it to get that sun kind of early. We'll see if DragonvsCATS is able to prevent that. But I expect Dragon's a very, very good player. So I expect to see some good counterplay. Red off to an early advantage here, as Speedy Ape taking a little longer to take that initial point defense, but it looks like they've got it under control now. Gonna snatch up some moons there. We'll see which planets they prioritize here. It's a little moon randomly with about 5 turrets there. Seems to be a little bit of a nuisance, but Speedy Ape is able to take it over. One also fun advantage with the God of Stealth is that the enemy cannot see how many ships you have at planet. We see those blue question marks. And your ships go invisible. So there's a deception element and just a power element. You get that buff and some other stat boost while invisible.
Yeah, and I think that's an important thing to call out too. Like Speedy's obviously aware of it, but it's not just about going invisible. You have that little buff. So you can use it not to just hide attacks, to also buff yourself. So buffing and going after the moon was an excellent play by Speedy in their last match. So
you mean the sun, right?
Yeah, sorry, the sun. It's always interesting. So making sure you're using the god abilities to their fullest and thinking outside the box is always a great way to play.
Yeah, and looks like Speedy Ape slightly trailing behind in ships here. Looks like DragonvsCATS is going to take that torpedo planet. Speedy Ape gonna come in here and try to snatch, though DragonvsCATS proactively moving ships there to counter that. DragonvsCATS here pushing into blue territory and coming back to defend that planet.
Yeah, and if I'm Speedy, I'm going to be careful of this god ability by Dragon. They tend to use it pretty quickly as soon as they get it, so...
Yeah, DragonvsCATS definitely a good teleportation player, not sitting on that ability for too long. It charges so fast, so you wouldn't want to let it sit around for too long and waste usages.
Even now they seem to be holding it, so I wonder if they're going to use it as a counter to when Speedy Ape kicks off stealth.
Yeah, I mean, usually players use it at just the most opportune moment when there's a ton of ships that can just be taken out, or it's also a panic button at times. Just you're losing a fight, you just need to reposition everything, and it looks like it's going to be used there, but not effective. Maybe it was the stealth or just Speedy Ape just outmaneuvering that ability there. Not going to have an effect. And now Speedy Ape's ability is ready. We'll see if they use that just to just gain an advantage. Can be useful to win fights. It looks like no power here from Red. I expect Blue to use this ability pretty soon, start going on the offensive, start to take over some planets.
Yeah, if they're not careful, Dragon will allow that teleportation or fleet recall ability to charge back up. You don't want to hold your ability too long when you're an opponent to a teleportation god.
Yeah, and Speedy Ape slightly in the lead here, though it's very close. I think actually Dragon has a territory advantage here. It looks like... Now, I've also been noticing Speedy Ape's been only going around with a handful of troops, if you run into Dragon's massive army that's going around with wormholes, you're going to get wrecked. But I think Speedy Ape's able to effectively maneuver with ships in hand here, and it's proving effective here. It also means if you get stomped out, then you're not going to actually lose your entire army. And I think they're building an army that's sort of sitting around in that stealth mode. Dragon might not be aware where it is, though I think they should be able to deduce it's all sitting there at that point defense planet. And I think they know that.
It's a really smart play too, because, you know, fleet recall. If they can defend against fleet recall by breaking up their troops a little bit.
And here we go. Here comes the stealth army here. Dragon gonna have to be very careful. I expect that Speedy Ape will use this to try to take these asteroids here and just gain this advantage in this opportune point of the game where these first asteroids are out here. Gonna be teleporting around. Oh, ability has expired here. And Speedy Ape reappears. I expect it's so even. I expect both players to get a single asteroid here, but you never know what'll happen at the last second here. Oh, blue needs to run. No power. This could be bad. Gonna come back. Oh, getting absolutely
Red
shot
snipers.
in the butt by a bunch of snipers here.
Oh no.
Oh, fleet recall used. Oh no! If Dragon secures this asteroid, this will be over. This is
Dragon
basically
got the
game
first
over.
one. The second one looks like it's going Dragon's way too, unless Speedy can steal it here. Oh, what a steal by Speedy! Steal.
Blue might be able to wipe out these elite reinforcements here though as they spawn, but no, Dragon's gonna come in with 100 ships there.
So good though.
Yeah, Speedy Ape, it's really looking rough from a, you know, just from a fleet size standpoint. You look at that minimap, see the blue is so much smaller than that red there, and yeah, it's looking rough as red just goes around, moving this massive army, stomping through all the planets here. And it looks like, you know, maybe Dragon should go for the sun here, just close out the game. Or they don't need to. I think they can just go for the home.
Yeah.
And here they come. Gonna wipe out all those.
Oh, power!
Power
Smooth.
cut.
That's great. Nice play
I
by
don't know if
Speedy. It's not
I mean,
enough,
they weren't
but
able
it's
to
good.
really capitalize on it.
It's still a good play. Never give up.
No doubt. I mean, the best thing you can do is if your opponent's attacking you while they're vulnerable in terms of power, you can come in and swipe it. But Speedy Ape not going to be able to leverage that moment where the enemy didn't have power.
Yeah.
Ideally, you want to cut off power as soon as they're attacking your base, so you have turrets that will be able to chew through a powered down enemy army.
But one thing to notice there is, look, Speedy Apes made some excellent plays, even when they were on the losing side there. They made killer plays, making sure that they weren't out of it all the way. And yeah, always look for advantages, always keeping the fight.
Yeah, Speedy Ape gonna disappear as this match ends. But congratulations, DragonvsCATS. Though both players played excellent as always here. And DragonvsCATS will move on to the finals. Speedy Ape, stay around. They'll be in the bronze match, fighting for third place. All right, welcome to the semi-finals for Tournament 20. We've got Game On, a new face, playing as God of Production here. And we've got Eggester on the blue team as Teleportation here. We're seeing some moon takeover here by red team. Eggster doing the same. We see on the minimap, we can track blue as they move around and expand territory. See them scuttling over to that point defense planet. Game On taking over these planets here, doing their best to micromanage and avoid those missiles, taking over that point defense. Eggster slightly in the lead here, has a little bit of a faster start out the gate. And it looks like, well, Eggster will be snatching up, going for this 9 planet on the side. And it looks like now be gathering all those point defense troops, trying to bolster that army with additional defenses. We'll see if a sniper planet takeover comes here. And it looks like these players have been prioritizing getting these snipers early on, and you know, just building that advantage over time with the snipers mixed into your army. They're such good, not supportive ships, as they're, you know, definitely offensive ships, but they do a good job at defending and counterattacking against the enemy army when they're a little bit out of range of your other ships. We see Game On here coming through and taking out some of these moons. It'll be interesting to see as they start clashing out here.
Both players with excellent movement. Wonder if Game On new, but also maybe an old player, maybe a player undercover. We'll have to see what's going on here.
No, yeah, we might have players smurfing in this tournament. We're not quite sure. But definitely Eggester is a formidable opponent, even to those people who are experienced. But
sure.
you know, both I was gonna say both abilities ready, but we've just had that teleportation ability ready from Eggester. We'll see if they strategically use that here to try to blow out the enemy on attack here. Ability used there. Looks like it wasn't too effective, though it definitely, actually it is whittling down Red's army here, though that production ability is going to be ready here. Game On should be able to use that.
That's a smart choice.
Actually recover here.
Reinforcements coming in, but that's not a bad choice. It's back to even, but not bad. Try it out. Keep Game On the back foot. It looks like the strategy by Eggester. Push forward, be on the offensive. It's good.
Yeah, it looks like Game On's done a pretty good job maintaining their army and attacking blue. Eggester has that very easily taken planet here. I think he baited Game On though by trying to bait him to attack here, and it looks like it successfully worked here. So as I say that, Red's coming in, trying to take over this planet. It's going to run away from Eggester here. Eggester coming in with the snipers, keeping Red on the back foot. Red is able to retake that. Can they take over these planets here? We'll find out. Game On taking the opportunity to push deeper into blue territory here.
Won't hold it for long, but it's not a bad idea.
And it looks like, I mean, Eggester still has that fleet size advantage.
Oh, a little tricky placement there.
Trying to pick off Red's army here.
Yeah,
you know,
smart.
when you're in the lead, you want to try to kill the enemy's ships. And if you kill their ships, then you pretty much win here. So Red will be doing their best to maintain their army. That way they can actually, you know, continue to make plays and counterattacks here. Keep blue back. And blue will be trying to kill off Red, secure their power, and you know, make sure they continuously have enough planets so that they can keep producing and keep maintaining that lead.
It was an interesting choice by Eggester. They could have actually stayed on that planet and just wiped Game On's incoming Red fleet, but they chose to move on a little too fast.
Yeah, and it looks like Eggester swiped both those asteroids here. Oh man, I saw the bar go down so much from that effective use of that teleportation ability.
Beautiful use of fleet recall. My God, if Eggster's smart, they'll secure both asteroids and call this a day.
I'd say you can just attack the home here. I mean, look at the mini map.
That's true.
That one God of Teleportation ability has just wiped out all of Red's offensive troops pretty much. Game On not going to be able to
there he goes.
defend against such a potent blue army at knocking on their doorstep here, even though that production ability comes out, producing some troops. Though Eggester is going to just relentlessly hunt those down. You know, Eggester maybe not wanting to attack the home yet, just wanting to really solidify their victory and build their territory and build their advantage even further.
Though. Watch the power, and then this is the done deal.
Power.
Yeah, see power. That's why I keep saying, watch that power. Eggster's got to be a little careful. It almost may be wise to take the sun, and then by that time you can do your fleet recall.
If I was in Eggster's position, I'd be going for the sun here, just to. I know if Eggester goes for the sun, there's literally nothing that Red can do to counteract that play. And once you have that infinite power, it would be very, very easy.
Or just sit there and camp that. Camp that, wipe their ships, then call it a day.
You'd have to move half your army, leave half your army at that planet that's essential for power, which I think Eggester definitely has the numbers to do.
Yeah.
You know, we also like to remember that, you know, everyone's also makes tons of dexterous, you know, movements here. So, you know, as much as we like to say, oh, the strategy's, you know, so straightforward, or what they should do is so straightforward, they're in the game, and you know, we're just sitting here watching it.
Yeah.
The sun has been freed.
And Eggster's going to take that sun. wait 30 seconds for that buff, and then absolutely obliterate that red home base here.
Yeah. Nice try by Red. That was an excellent match. It was just very smart plays by Eggester to keep ahead and whittle down those troops with some really smart fleet recalls.
No, yeah, but this has been an excellent showing from Game On here in this tournament. Has defeated a lot of players. I'm just going to quickly glance at the bracket. I know they took out a lot. Let's see where they started their run.
Oh, Eggster better get those troops up. Oh, smart. There we go. I was a little concerned for a minute there. Didn't see fleet recall was up.
Yeah, it looks like, notably, Game On has defeated both Sandya and Black Lemur in this tournament.
Wow.
2 excellent players. And of course, they'll also be going on to the bronze match where they can still win 3rd place in this tournament. So definitely an exciting performance from a new player. And we love to see it, and we can't wait for more of these new players to really come out and show their talent off in these tournaments.
For sure.
Yeah, but congratulations, Eggster. We'll be going on to the finals here. And we'll be right back with the bronze match. All right, Steve, let's jump into this game. We had a bit of a weird start here, but it looks like we're in for the bronze match here, where we've got Speedy Ape as God of Production going against Game On as God of Production. Speedy Ape, I wonder why they switched off that God of Stealth. Maybe they just wanted the Ditto mirror match. You know, straightforward of the GOG match as you can go. No shenanigans. Both just God of Production.
Yeah.
I remember at one point we did a classic tournament where I believe it was just everyone was God of Production.
Yeah.
That was a good time. I know it's raw, just sort of skill here. Though there is definitely skill and strategy in all the different God play and using your abilities.
It's definitely fun tournaments and something I'd like to do every now and then. I think it'd be a lot of fun making it a mirror match all the way through, and we could just pick a random God here and there. Might be fun to mix it up every now and then.
Yeah, and it looks like Game On here prioritizing these early moons. Has only taken over 1 planet, where we see Speedy Ape onto their 3rd planet just now. Game On needs to take a planet here to expand their territory here, and it looks like they're going to take this side production planet easily here. Suffering a few losses from those missiles, though. Have to be careful. We'll see if Speedy Ape... I think Speedy Ape might be able to sneak one of these key torpedo / heavy laser planets here. Both players sort of distracted, doing their own thing right now. Not quite clashing just yet. Game On is going to go for the sniper planet here. Still needs to increase their fleet capacity. See, notice how Red's almost butting up against their limit here. But they're going to take another planet and expand it even further. Blue now studying Red here, trying to make a counterattack. And it looks like Game On knows it. Speedy on the brink of power there. If I'm Speedy Ape, I almost might just rush that torpedo planet. But I think Speedy Ape really wants to start building that troop advantage early. That way they can, build and maintain an advantage throughout the game. Early fights happening right now. Game On needs to be careful here against Speedy Ape, who's coming in with these grab ships. That's something I've noticed from Speedy Ape, which is really different from how a lot of other players play. Speedy Ape, even when they have a lot of troops, they go around with a handful, trying to make positive trades with that, going for moons, sniping planets, and I think this is an effective strategy. You know, most players just walk around with their whole fleet in wormholes, but definitely, running around with a hand of grab ship is even faster than wormholing.
Yeah. And I love it because, if you're sitting a lot of your troops on that one planet you want to hold and protect, it's a great way to do it.
Yeah, man, Speedy Ape just trailing both players at the limit. As I see that, the Game On suffers extreme losses here. Using that ability to maybe recover some, but it's still facing the superior blue army here. I would just run from this fight. You can't win a fight. It's a straightforward battle like this if the opponent has more troops. And spell disaster for Game On there, as they lost so many ships to that, just in a fight.
Yeah. You know what? I do love that strategy by Speedy, and I'm hoping to see some other players start using it. It's something that, we're always looking for new strategies, new meta, ways to improve the game and tweak the game. And, that little split force might be something really that blows up. It's really interesting to watch.
I think so. What I've noticed is Speedy Ape seems to do that until they gain an advantage in fleet size. So they let their fleet size build, and then they run around with a full hand of ships trying to make positive trades. And once they have an advantage, then they start wormholing. Then they start using it and winning. I think that's actually proved very effective in their matches.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, they're not in the finals, so it didn't work to the fullest. But oh, and it looks like Speedy Ape has spotted an asteroid that came off the belt there.
Oh, okay. Well, leave it, Speedy. Go do your thing. Oh, there it is. It's up.
Yeah, just as Speedy leaves, asteroid came online there.
Sorry. There, they got it. Okay.
Gonna run back, take that sun, and in the Speedy fashion, he's gonna use this to snuff out red team here. Sun exploding here. Speedy Ape trailing red's force.
Yeah, the thing I like about Speedy too is they're hyper aware of their opponent is, and you cannot lose them in your eyesight because they will sneak behind you and wipe out forces and just whittle you down.
Yeah, red coming in here though. Blue with that buffed. Buff ships are so powerful. They get stat boosts, and missiles can kill more ships. Missiles travel faster. There's tons of benefits that ships get when they are buffed with this powerful sun buff. And it looks like it will go the way of Speedy Ape here, as Speedy Ape secures third place in this tournament. Still, I want to stress, excellent performance for Game On. These are Game On's going against players that have been playing this game for many months. So, playing this game at the high level, grinding it, and this game's only been out, a couple weeks on the official store. So it's really awesome to see Game On with such an incredible performance in this tournament. All right, everyone, welcome to the finals match for this tournament 20 in Gods of Gravity. We've got Eggester on the blue team playing as God of Teleportation, going against DragonvsCATS on the red team, also playing as God of Teleportation. We'll see some fleet recall usage and counter fleet recall usage, I'm sure, here. Both players rushing this point defense early. We've seen time and time again, that's the preferred strategy on this map. Also the players have been able to play this map since last Monday, so have almost a week of practice on this map. It is similar to one of our more standard maps called Advanced, but players have been playing this variation and practicing all week.
Yeah, I saw earlier there had been 2,500 plays. To be clear, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, so definitely a lot of practicing going on this map here. DragonvsCATS going for the sniper pretty early, their second planet, I believe. After that point of defense, or their third, they took that side production planet here. And it looks like they're going to do so while suffering minimal losses here. I'm curious how Eggester is progressing. Looks like slightly behind DragonvsCATS, but just managed to capture that.
Following a very similar strategy. Interesting thing about these two is, they're teammates. They're in the number 1 and 2 spot right now, and they've played against each other a ton. So, Dragon has come out ahead in the single player tournaments. They've won tournaments together as a duo, but both of them keep improving. So every match we go into in a tournament, it's up for grabs. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah, definitely one of the rivalries that's been going on for a long time in this game. Is these our two European top players here. We'll see. It's going to be a critical moment, this first planet takeover. Now that we're into the mid game, as players start going around with all their ships in hand, it looks like they're going to start whittling off this torpedo planet. DragonvsCATS seeing a window to try to get it before blue team comes in. Here blue comes though. Can red hold off blue? We will see. Blue team going in here, gonna snatch the planet away. Eggester going to the other side. I mean, DragonvsCATS going for the other side, building up their ships, trying to grab some snipers that got produced here, and is now going back in for this torpedo planet. Fleet recall used. DragonvsCATS gonna avoid it and wait out that buff there, and it's gonna use theirs though. It's not gonna be effective, as Eggester is gonna be able to quickly dodge and avoid that.
Yeah, not a bad play though. If you can use it and you can pick off a few ships, go for it. Since you both have the same production or ability timer, it's going to be okay in a mirror match too. Very close.
Yeah, it's hard to know who has the advantage. You know, is the person who activated it first or the person who activated it second in response? I'm not sure. You know, both players still even here, clashing over these planets. Just swapping control of this torpedo planet here, as Red finally takes it here. We'll see. I expect a point defense planet to be the one that's taken next. Oh, Eggester trying to hit some of these red ships in transit. Oh, DragonvsCATS attacking the other torpedo planet. I hope they didn't suffer too many losses, because here comes blue. Going to the other side. Red was faster than blue going to the other side, and now they're coming back. Can Eggester come in behind them? We'll see. Eggester is building an advantage over time, though. Red running away on the back foot here.
But if you want to see speed, movement, and wormholing, I mean, look at these two just going at it. This is what we're striving for if you really want to be a competitive player. These two are the top, so make sure to watch the VODs, see their battles, and you can learn a lot from this.
Yep, exchanging control here. Red running, still on the back foot, though. DragonvsCATS needs to avoid fighting Eggester head on here. Asteroids are out now. It's past 4 minutes, 30 seconds. Both these players know it.
Like Dragon's going on a power cutting mission here.
Yeah, good. That's a good time. Good thing to do when asteroids first come out.
Yeah, we've seen this a couple times with dragons. Sometimes they move so fast that they forget to get the planet, and they leave it at 1 or 0 even.
Oh, Red's gonna effectively counter that, and successfully cutting off power here, and gonna use their ability. And they beat Eggester back here. Gonna go for the asteroid. Not having power here, losing a lot of ships. The meat grinder of the turrets over there. Red needs to secure this other asteroid, though. You know, it's not looking great for Dragon here. As Eggester chases. Eggester been just consistently coming out on top of these fights.
Dragon's down, but they should get that asteroid, though. Yep.
Building it up here with some elite troops. To be able to come in, take over these, needs to run. There comes blue. If I'm Dragon, I'm making sure I have all my ships that I have available to me. I need as large of a fleet as I can get here with me. Eggester trying their best to really snipe these red ships in transit and just keep, you know, DragonvsCATS is going for a lot of these really weak planets, and Eggster's just coming back and retaking them and slowly building that advantage.
Eggster's doing a good job here, and I realize why they're not trying to push their advantage too much. You have to be very careful with a player like Dragon, and Eggester knows it. So this is smart play, gradually whittling down Dragon, and we'll see what Dragon can do here.
Yeah, Dragon has come back a little bit. For sure. We'll see if it's, you know, it's still anyone's game here. Dragon regaining a lot of these bases, you know, gathering ships from their home. Good to see. Ships, fleets exchanging some shots there. Fleet recall used. Eggster's is almost charged.
Smart choice. Smart choice for power situation there. Oh, they.
Yep.
Interesting.
Oh, used. Oh, I saw a lot of red go down.
Yeah, Dragon got out of there, but lost a good enough amount of troops there. He has to be careful.
Yep. Dragon doing a good job. Second round of asteroids out. Snipers exchanging shots here. We'll see if both players get one or if one is able to get both of them. Eggester still has a larger army going around all together. Oh, attacking red in transit here. Though Dragon's been so tight with these wormhole placements that it's able to not lose many as Eggester tries to chase. You know, placing these wormholes very close together, so that their fleet's just staying together and moving quickly between planets. You know, you can't linger too long, or else you risk just getting shut down by the opponent.
Now both players grabbed an asteroid, but this benefit is actually going to go to Dragon there because Eggester's at fleet capacity.
I think asteroids do work even if you're at capacity, so that is worth noting there, as we saw Blue tick up even past their fleet capacity here. But Dragon consistently has been crawling back into this game, and it's almost even now. It'll be interesting to see if the tides officially turn in Red's favor here. Oh, an attack on the home base here. Yeah, Red used the ability, but then immediately runs away.
I like it. That's funny.
Clearing out all those turrets, though, making it easier to attack in the future, potentially. I'm not sure the strategy there, but Red's coming in again. Lost a lot of ships, though.
It's... I don't know. It's interesting. It's ballsy, but it's not going to last. Unless you're just trying to distract.
Oh, I'm not sure I would have made that play. I mean, maybe just keep Eggester or something to think about. It's like, oh, I don't want to lose my home. Then maybe it'll allow you to get more territory uninterrupted. But Eggester, man, just really came back off of that. You know, DragonvsCATS had it equal or near equal, but it seemed to sort of throw it away. But, you know, Dragon's not out yet, though. You know, with these players, you can't really call it until it's timer hits 0. Dragon running. You know, taking these planets or wormholing around so fast, as Steve, as you were saying, you know, right on the brink of not being able to actually take the planet at all. Pretty funny.
Yeah, they're quick for sure. I don't know. This is... Ooh, that was not good. Wherever that was, we missed it, but that was not good.
Yeah, Eggester could go for the sun here. Or try to get both asteroids, though. I mean, the sun is just, you know, if you have such a large advantage like this, just take the sun. I mean, there's nothing that your opponent can do to stop you, unlike everything else. Like if you try to take both asteroids, they could cut power, you know. There's a lot of counterplay to that. But with the sun, there's really not a lot of counterplay. You just camp your army there, and you get that buff, and you win.
I mean, Panda won, what, 5 or 6 tournaments being the master of the sun, so you know the strategy was viable. It just kind of fell out of fashion for a bit.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why. Maybe we'll have to do another interview with some of these top players and really figure out why the sun isn't a more common win condition here. DragonvsCATS trying to hold on, though. Keep Blue on their toes. Oh, but here we go. Sun takeover coming in, and I don't think there's a way to cut off the power here for Red. Oh, they're trying. Come on, can Red see it? Here they come with the heavy lasers, chewing away. Blue needs to run.
Oh my
here.
goodness, what a move. What a move by Dragon. If Dragon can steal the sun buff too.
Hold the sun.
Extra's got power again.
Where are your ships? Where are your ships?
Oh no, free recall. Yeah, gotta run.
Oh no.
You gotta run. That was... Oh, what a play though. That was big time play.
Sun power hits.
That's not, yeah.
And it should spell doom here for Red.
What a play though. If you know, if Dragon had their fleet recall, that could have gone a very different way, but smart play by Eggester realizing. And this is it. Eggester is finally going to beat Dragon, their in-bracket nemesis.
Well,
and
I mean,
friend.
I honestly thought that Dragon would kill more of the ships there at the sun. Like, they were all undefended. Dang, well, they didn't kill as many as I thought they were gonna. You know, they had some heavy lasers mixed in there. I thought it was gonna really chew through all those ships and like fully equalize it. But Eggester was quick on the reaction time there. to notice that and come in and save their ships.
Wow, intense.
Yeah, and that was a great final to end this tournament on. And yeah, well, congratulations, Eggester. You know, for those of you who don't know, there is a champions pillar on the main menu that winners get added to, but also anyone who makes it in the top 8 will get a cool crown that's exclusive. You know, there's unique ones for one or for first, second, and third place, and then everyone from 4 to 8th place also gets a unique crown, and those last until the next tournament. And so you know, players will be able to show those off in the lobbies and really show that they are indeed officially some of the best players in the game. And yeah, it was exciting to watch. Man, Steve, do you have any closing thoughts here?
Man, this was an amazing tournament. Like we said, this was our first post-launch tournament. We had tons of new players, tons of old players come in. And just to highlight, like the Dragon Eggester battle, I mean, Dragon has won 4 tournaments up to now, I think, and Eggester coming in to win his first. It just goes to show you what practice and dedication and just playing the game, having fun, learning, and just having a good time in the community can do. If you really want to take it serious, if you want to play casual, just play it your way and let's all have some fun.